So many fragile men. You say that on a post where men are coming in and they're a bit angry about a woman saying she wants to slap the fuck out of men in a bar for fun. But maybe you should get this.
The Centers for Disease Control reports these numbers. Males, 4.2 million victims. Females, 3.5 million victims. In addition, men annually are more likely than women to be targets of psychological coercive control tactics. Males, 17.3 million victims. Females, 12.7 million victims.
That's just a small snippet of the information in a 30-year study done by endadv.org, a highly respected domestic violence organization. But the fact that you call men fragile because they're angry when a woman says she wants to slap the fuck out of men for fun shows that you are a victim of the modern feminist movement that preaches that all men are oppressors, all men are predators, and only women can be victims. Men are victims too. Men suffer from domestic violence too. Men need support too. But you know, in the United States, there's 2 domestic violence shelters for men and over 1,000 for women. And you call them fragile.
Hey folks, this is Jeff from This Week with JTT. I just put out a video about women who will randomly smack random drunken men, smacking them unprovoked. Now, the stitch you just saw us earlier gave us some mind-blowing facts about domestic violence and how it affects men. Women would think men are not affected by domestic violence. Yes, they are. Why? Because the men, violence can't happen to them? You'd be surprised. I already saw a couple of videos of women in a fit of anger smacking, beating the men. And don't get me wrong, I've seen women who are bigger than a man and beating the brakes off them. I'm not talking about just plain on smacking around. I mean beating them to a point they got sent to the ER. That's bad. And there are women who have killed their man. Clara Harris comes to mind. She's the woman who ran over her husband 3 times with a car with her teenage daughter sitting in the passenger seat. Now, the reason why, because her husband cheated on her. What she should have done is got the evidence, because she did hire a private detective, get the evidence, divorce him, and take him for everything that he has. What she does in a fit of rage, got an argument with the guy, got in a car with a teenage daughter inside, ran him over not once, not twice, but 3 times. Wow. The first time, the guy would be in a wheelchair, eating his meals through a tube. Second time, dead. There's no way he's coming back from that. I don't care how tough you think you are. You're not coming back from that. 3 times, overkill. And the stats that I saw from what happened to domestic violence in relation to men is mind-blowing. So, women, I don't want to hear like, men don't suffer from domestic violence. Yes, they do. And the last fact I heard really blew my mind. There's over 1,000 shelters for women who are victims of domestic violence. Men, and I hope I'm hearing this right, 1. So you're going to tell me that a man don't need to go someplace to get away from this woman who's causing him pain and possible harm? We got to do better, folks. We got to do better. I'll leave the domestic violence hotline and the website in the description. God help us, folks. God help us.